Welcome. Today I wanted to start with a little story about my life. So, I know you guys know I love dogs, and I don't know if you know this, but I have not one dog, not two dogs, not three, but 4 dogs. And they're all big dogs. And I also have a favorite spot on the couch. So when I get home, I like to sit in my spot on the couch. It's in the corner of the couch. I like to put my feet up on the ottoman, and I like to put my PJs on, and I like to have my tea. In the mornings, I like to have my coffee. Does anyone else have a favorite spot they like to sit when they get home from a hard day at school? Yeah? Okay, Aiden, your dad has a favorite spot? Okay, well, I'm like your dad. I put my feet up with my beverage, tea. And I have these dogs that insist on sitting next to me. And this was becoming a really big challenge because how many spots do you think I had available next to me on the couch? And I won't make you guess. Since I was sitting in the corner, I only had 1 spot available. And how many dogs do I have? That's right, I have 4 dogs. 1 spot available next to me and 4 dogs. So this was a problem because 4 dogs wanted to get in 1 spot. And what kind of problems do you think this could create? Dogs wanting to get on the couch next to mom. Okay, Justin. Right. Okay, your mom does not like animals on the furniture, and that's valid. I get that. We have solved that problem at our house by getting furniture that is not fabric. It is furniture that can be wiped down. So we've solved that problem. Our dogs are allowed on the furniture. It is their furniture. Basically, I'm sitting on dog furniture. So we still have a problem. Anyone else? 1 spot, 4 dogs. Right. Good job, Maggie. There's no room. And there's fighting going on. There's wrestling going on. And there's battles going on. And I'm just wanting to relax. I'm wanting to put my feet up. And I don't want them to be struggling over this position. And I don't want them to be sitting on top of me. And so what I do is instead of sitting on my couch, I just create a new spot. I get out my favorite blankets. I get out my comfy yoga mats or 2. And I create a spot on the floor with my yoga mats and my pillows and the back of a chair, and I make a comfy pallet on the floor. And now I have ample space for my dogs to sit next to me on the floor. Now there's not just 1 space next to me, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 spaces next to me. There's any number of spaces next to me because I'm down there with the dogs. I'm one of their pack movers. So, would you say I've solved the problem? Yeah, I've solved the problem. So, that's getting to today's lesson about problems and solutions. And we're going to define, and who knows, who can tell me what the definition of a problem is? Yes, Smack. Okay. Yeah. Okay, your game won't start. That is a good example of a problem, but what is the definition of a problem? The definition of a problem is a conflict that gets in the way of the main character getting what they want or need. So we're going to investigate that further when we read a couple stories or watch a couple videos. but it's a conflict that gets in the way of someone getting what they want or need. So the problem in your situation, your game won't start, is the conflict is whatever is not allowing your game to start. And that's getting in the way of your want, which is you're wanting your game to start. So that's good. Who can think of another example of a problem? Okay. Hayden. Right. You couldn't get, okay, your car wouldn't start. You couldn't get to school. Okay. Who can think of a solution to a problem? You get your dad to start the car. Okay? That's a good solution. Exactly. So the definition of a solution is a resolution. Notice solution is in the word resolution. Resolution. Or answer. A resolution or answer that helps the main character of the story, that helps the main character solve the problem. Okay? And solving the problem means fixing the problem. So a solution helps the main character solve the problem. And the solution is not always the conclusion of the story. That's a side note. The solution doesn't always finish the story. Sometimes the story has a different ending. So who can think of another solution to another problem and solution? Okay, go ahead. Okay, so your brother hits you and you hit your brother back, and that's the solution. That's actually not a good, okay, I see where you're going. So the problem is your brother hit you, the solution is you hit your brother back, right? Now, while you might think that's a good solution, there is a different solution in this case, and that's another thing we'll be investigating today, is the different types of solutions for different problems. In this case, I think that there would be a different solution for that problem, and a different solution for that problem would be telling your mom or telling an adult what happened, or maybe talking to your brother about why he hit you, if that's an option. Maybe not doing what your brother did. Maybe if you know why he hit you, avoiding that thing that you did. So that's something else we need to talk about, are different solutions to different problems. But that's a good point. I'm glad that you brought that up, because what we will see, and I hope that you'll see this, is that for every problem, there is a solution. If we think long and hard enough about it. And for every problem, there might be an immediate solution, or you might think there's an immediate solution, but there might be a better solution if you think harder about it. There might be an even better solution if you put two minds together about it and think about it. So that's what our lesson's going to be about today. Our lesson's going to include reading a book together. I'll read one aloud. It's going to be The Three Little Pigs. We'll discuss that together as a group. And then we're going to watch a video. And it's called It's Smarter to Travel in Groups, Penguins. And then we're going to discuss the problems and solutions in it. And then you guys are going to read a book on your own. I'm going to give you each a copy. And you're going to also watch that book after you've read it. You're going to watch a storyline online version of that same book, just to reinforce what you just read. And that will be, since it's Thanksgiving time, Turkey Trouble. And that'll be a story about how turkey's trying to get out of trouble at Thanksgiving. And we'll do some independent work at that time. But anyway, who's ready to get started? Get ready to get started reading with Three Little Pigs? Okay, good. 3 little pigs. Now I'm gonna read this aloud and I want you to do your best to follow along. Okay guys, so let's summarize the story first. Basically, we've got 3 little pigs who move out and build houses, right? And one builds a house out of straw, one builds a house out of sticks, one builds a house out of bricks. And we have a big bad wolf comes around to get the little pigs. And what happens to the first house, which is the first house, the straw house, right? It gets blown down because it is the weakest house. So what's the first problem in the story? Okay, right. Straw house. Blown down. Okay. What happens? How do they solve this problem? Does the wolf get the little piggy in this situation? Okay, not in this story. What does the pig do? Okay, runs away. What happens? What's next? What's the next problem? Okay. Right, the wolf finds the next house. Stick house, okay. And this stick house is stronger or weaker? Okay, it's stronger. Is it the strongest house? No. So do we still have a problem? Okay, we still have a problem, and the problem is, what's the solution to this one? Is there a solution? Or is the story over? What's the solution? Does the piggy get eaten by the wolf? Not the story. What is the solution here? Okay, pig runs away. Okay. What about the next house? What's the last one? It's made of bricks. Okay. So, what's the last problem? Yeah, there's a lot. Okay, well, let's try to sum it up. What's the last problem? What's the main? Okay. Wolf tricks pig. Okay, how does the piggy solve it? Right. He boils the kettle in the fireplace. Okay. Right. So in S, piggy tricks wolf into kettle. Okay, very good. So you see we have problems and then solutions. Problem, solution, problem, solution. Okay, so very good. I'm so excited. You guys did that very well. Next we're going to watch a video. I'm going to erase these and we're going to watch a video about penguins. And then we're going to talk about the problems. We're going to do this again, and then you guys are going to have your own graphic organizer, and we're going to talk about the solutions, okay?
Started to travel loose. Date device. And a name.
Okay. So guys, that was quick, right? Quicker than you thought, I bet. Real quick, we're going to, what was the problem? Yep. Okay, I'm gonna write down the problem. Shark. Shark, what was the shark going to do? Remember, the definition of a problem, the conflict that gets in the way of the main character getting what they want or need. In this case, the main character is Penguin. The penguin wants to what? It's kind of straightforward. The penguin wants to live and not get knocked off the iceberg. So shark, problem is shark going to get penguin. I think that's right. So I'm going to hand out a graphic organizer. And this is covered up. Each of you are going to erase this and reuse it. So here, take one, okay. Shark going to get penguin. What was the solution? You guys, I want you to think of the solution and write the solution down. I want you to work in groups of 2. So work with a partner. Talk about it. Short film, but I want you to talk about it. What were the solutions? It could be 2, could be 3. Write down your solution. At least one solution. Okay, very good. Next, I'm going to hand out a copy of Turkey Trouble, since it's Thanksgiving. Turkey Trouble to each of you. And some of you I want Aiden, I want you to read, I want you to have Maggie read to you, and Justin, I want you to have Curly read to you. Girls, is that okay with you? Okay, cool. If you want Maggie, you can go to the reading loft, and Hurley, you guys can go to that back table. Very good. Okay, so the rest read to yourselves, and each of you take a copy. Okay, very good. Is everyone done reading? Good. Now we're going to watch the same book, but just for reinforcement. I'm sorry, I'm jumping around. Watch the same story online.
Welcome to Storyline Online, brought to you by the SAG-AFTRA Foundation. I'm Mark Marin, and today I'm going to...
Okay, guys. Now, I want you to erase your existing organizers. Use the tissue. And independently this time, I want you to jot down at least 2 problems that you found in the story and 2 solutions. Okay? I've got images of the same story, Turkey Trouble, on this paper here, and that I'm going to cut up and shuffle and hand out to you, Aiden, and Justin, and I think the 2 of you. So I want you to match the problem with the solution. So I think that will help you guys think through the process. But the rest of you, I'll walk around and assist as needed. Okay? So go ahead and erase your problem and solution organizer, and let me know if you have any questions. Okay? And then Aiden and Justin, y'all come over here with me.